Welcome back to the part second of the capsule. So earlier in the previous video we discussed about the introductory part of the capsule, what mean by hard gelatin capsule and what mean by the soft gelatin capsule. Moving ahead, we will discuss today how the gelatin it is being obtained, how it is being treated, followed by from the gelatin how we are preparing the capsule shell. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one today. As we know, the gelatin it is one of the major source we are using it for preparation of capsule shell, and that we are deriving from the hydrolytic extraction of treated animal collagen by the acidification as well as by basification. And by acidification we are obtaining the gelatin, that basically it is called as type A gelatin, or sometimes it is also called as pharma gel A. Similarly, the gelatin which we are obtaining from the basification alkali treatment, so that kind of a gelatin we are calling as type B gelatin or pharma gel B. The main source for this gelatin, it is the collagen which we are required for production of gelatin, that we are collecting from the animals, from the slaughtered house, in the animal bones or even the frozen pork skin. The properties of gelatin depend upon the parent collagen, it depend upon the method of extraction employed, the degradation, thermal degradation and electrolyte content. Now here we are seeing the schematic representation where when we are taking the bone, we are treating with an acid treatment followed by a lime treatment, lime removal, pH adjustment. Then thereafter several times with the hot water extraction followed by filtration. We are concentrating with a vacuum and we are solidifying it and thereby finally drying followed by milling procedure. Now in case with the calf skin and pork skin, the calf skin we are washing with several times with a lime treatment for certain weeks, followed by washing with water several hours, followed by subjecting that to the hot water extraction, followed by filtration, vacuum concentration, solidification and subjecting to the drying, followed by milling. When we are taking the pork skin, we are subjecting that for several times washing with acid, say 1 to 5% of hydrochloric acid for several hours, ranging from 10 to 30 hours. Thereafter, we are removing the acid, traces of acid. Thereafter, the hot water extraction, thereby filtration, concentration, making a concentrated solution by vacuum, application of vacuum, solidification, air drying and subjecting that for the milling. Now in next slide we will discuss about method of preparation of that capsule shell. The production of hard gelatin capsule shell, it is prepared in several steps. Initially we are preparing the dipping solution. So in that we are taking the pair of stainless steel pins and that we are fixing, dipping in a dipping solution consisting of gelatin solution along with a different additive just like opacifying agent, colorants, even the plasticizers. Okay, then thereafter that deep pins which we have dipped in it, so that we are subjecting for a spinning. So during the spinning procedure, so that gelatin which are adsorbed onto the pin, so they get evenly distributed. Thereafter we are allowing that particular uh, pins for a drying. Meanwhile, they will acquire the desired size, shape, dimensions by molding, and thereafter that mold we are just removing it. That means the cap as well as the body it is being removed by stripping and followed by cutting. That means trimming and cut, stripping and followed by trimming. Thereafter we are joining them within some mechanism. So that we are discussing. This is the diagrammatic representation what I discussed. The mechanism involved in the production of hard gelatin capsule, it is being accompanied in several steps, just dipping, spinning, drying, stripping and trimming, followed by joining. Now the first one is, whenever we have to prepare this hard gelatin capsule shell, initially we have to prepare the gelatin solution, rather a dipping solution. So it is a concentrated solution of gelatin in which we are dissolving the gelatin in demineralized water, and thermostatically it is maintained at a temperature 60 to 70 degrees Celsius in a jacketed vessel, and many times we are applying the vacuum in order to uh, remove the entrapped air bubbles if their presence may be there, so we will face a lot of difficulties, and that for that reason, at the same time, so thickness of the thickness, rather the viscosity of the solution to be one of the measure, because it interfere with the downstream manufacturing process, and that is why the viscosity of gelatin it is to be controlled. And whatever the rest of additives which we require, just like plasticizer, color, opacifying agent, so that we are adding in the gelatin solution, that is in a dipping solution. So once we have been there with the dipping solution, the next step starts with the dipping. So in dipping, so we are taking the pair of pins and we are dipping into the dipping solution, and thereafter that particular pins are being moved upward, followed by spinning for several times in order to get it adsorb the gelatin solution uniformly onto the pin, and thereby it form a proper molding. So for proper distribution of gelatin solution around that pin, so the spinning, that is rotation, it is very important. The next is drying. So once this gelatin is uniformly distributed onto the mold, so the blast of several times of air, it is being passed on to the pins in order to attain the desired moisture content in that particular gelatin shell which is prepared. The next step is stripping and trimming. After the gelatin which is being dried onto the pins, so thereafter it is being taken off from that mold and it is being stripped and trimmed to a desired proper length. The final step, joining of the trim capsule shell. So once it is being trimmed, the two halves, that is the cap and body, are joined to the pre-close position using a pre-lock mechanism. At this point, printing even can be done before it is being subjected to the shipping. That's it for today's session. So we'll come with the filling mechanism, filling of powders in a hard gelatin capsule, and followed by quality control tests in upcoming videos. Thank you for the day.